We've mentioned before in some now long forgotten episode of Lancashire Footnotes, one of the longer ones when we could still be bothered, that the village of Pendle, where the infamous witches originated, doesn't actually exist. There's just the general district of Pendle. However, there is a village called Pendleton, which could only be classified as a village if you're prone to the sort of hyperbole that Tom Cruise applies to his height or Simon Cowell applies to his own significance. Pendleton obviously dates back a long way. In 1969, a Bronze Age urn, now on display in Clitheroe Castle, apparently was discovered there. Who knew that tea was so popular several thousand years BC, before coffee? Later on, in Saxon times, the village was recorded as Pennictune, meaning the village on the hilly hill. They weren't terribly inventive back in those times, as the aptly named miserable dump next to the polluted stream just across the border in Yorkshire testifies. Pendleton is divided straight down the middle by a stream with all the class of Bob Mortimer's heart surgery scar. Said stream appeared to be celebrating something with bunting the afternoon we visited. God only knows what. Something Wiccan and occultist with Edward Woodward and several sacrificial hedgehogs probably. Crossing the stream at the end of the village is Fiddle Bridge. We were told that it came by its name because it's shaped like a fiddle, although this is Pendle, so that might just be a cover-up story for any number of nefarious goings-on. Pendleton has a pub built in 1776 called the Swan with Two Necks. Given that historically royalty preferred to use swan's necks instead of toilet paper, this is probably not the best advert for their beer. It's reckoned that the name is actually a corruption of the Swan with Two Nicks, referring to the mark scratched into the swan's bills by the vintners back in the 15th century. No, we couldn't understand any of that either, and as it was a hot afternoon, we decided not to investigate any further. There's also a church, but it didn't look old, so we couldn't be bothered checking that out either. Jeannie McIntosh got drunk instead, then fell in the stream when she tried to hit a local sheep farmer who'd insulted her recently upgraded Zimmer, hooked up to the max on the earnings from our previous Lancashire Footnotes films, all £1.50 of them, affording her a patriotic Union Jack sticker and a Daedalo Snoopy air freshener.